So they have a lot of different versions of the stuff they put on these cars. But I'm telling you, it is this isn't world class. And they were talking about to show these salesmen, they would pick them out and say, you go with him and you're going to go in the GTR. Yeah. You know, and you go with him, you're going to go in the Viper. So they put them in all these other cars, then they chase them with these. Wow. And they'd say, you know, the Viper, 120,000. Yeah. You know, the Porsche 949, like 250 or 9 whatever it is, 9 something 9. Yeah. And the GTR is 120, and yet this lowly Corvette hangs with all of them.
That's crazy.
And that is crazy. Just to me, it makes no sense how they did this.
Especially for that such a cost point too.
Yeah. And then they did talk about the new Z06.
Oh,
just a little. They wouldn't tell me much. They said it's going to have an 8-speed automatic transmission.
Oh, wow.
8-speed. Isn't that crazy? 8-speed automatic in a Z06. And they wouldn't tell us horsepower. They just said a lot.
Probably like close to like 600 probably, right?
Well, the thing that made me try to do the math in my head is that if they make it too much, then where do they go from there?
Yeah,
so they're not going to give you all of it. You know, they're going to make it. The ZR1 now is 636.
Wow.
So if they take it to, and 505 is the current Z, or the last Z06 is 505. This is 460. So you're probably right. It'll probably be just a little bit south of 600, probably 575 or something. But if this car with another 100 horse would be frightening.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's frightening now.
Yeah.
Like when I come off of the 101 onto the 60, and you come around that bridge up there, it is just coming around it, just a teeny movement.
Yeah.
You know, really moves it. And then if you adapt it from touring to sport, it steers better. Then you go from sport to track 1 to the base track. It slows. It's electric power steering in these. It slows your steering movement down to help you to not overcompensate as you drive the thing. It's absolutely
that's
amazing.
amazing part too, is like how much research they have to go into, because like when I was reading some stuff on that Bugatti Veyron when they were making that, and they were like, it's easy to dump in 1,000 horsepower, you know.
Yeah, but you got to idiot-proof it because
they said you have to, for every single horsepower you put in there, you have to research and you have to develop something that's going to be able to handle that, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't just put this huge engine in. Here you go.
And go. Yeah.
It's the same as this car, you know. They have to put all this.
Well, that black one I had here, it's in the shop in Omaha now. It twisted the drive shaft off.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you didn't get to see that one.
Okay.
That's cool,
Yeah, but I put a carbon fiber drive shaft on it and took the aluminum one off, and it unraveled it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I thought the clutch was going out, but it unraveled the drive shaft. So now we have to redo a whole bunch of, I put bulletproof, the U-joints on that car are lifetime guaranteed. So the U-joints, some kind of tungsten metal or something, some real hard metal. They said it'll fracture. If it fails, it'll fracture.
Yeah.
Well, they did that so that nothing will explode.
Yeah.
You know, it just goes done.
Yeah, in aviation they call that like a shear section.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And that's what the
that saves like the fuel pumps or oil pumps.
Yeah, it saves it from. Well, in my case, most of that stuff's right under where I sit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so they got it so it'll just the energy dissipates in the failure. And it just
breaks off.
Yeah, but in this case, those held. Something had to give. Well, that's a crazy look.
Yeah. There's a couple of those around. I want to raise that one.
But they thought it all out with this car. Where on my car, I had to do all that. So now we're changing the clutch. We're putting a puck style pressure plate in that car and doing some other things to try and make it be, you know, more dependable. But tell you what, after playing with this, it really does. It ruins you. And then you get in your other cars and go, huh.
This is slow.
Well, it just doesn't handle like this. It doesn't feel like this. It isn't as adaptable as this. I mean, if I want to take the wife out, I put it in touring. The exhaust quiets. Everything's normal. She gets in it. The only thing she doesn't like is the auto match on the rev. She's like, why does it make all that noise?
Oh.
So I have to turn that off and then just match it myself because I don't rump it as hard as this car does.
It's a beautiful car.
It's a hell of a car, guys. You really are. If you ever get the chance to get a hold of one of these, do it.
Well, if you
Okay.
take this to Barrett Jackson, there's people walking by your cars instead of the other ones.
Tell you, when I went to the Monte Carlo, I got mobbed. I dropped that guy off and he said, "See ya." I said, "Jerk."
Oh,
Then
what happened?
Well, I dropped a friend of mine off at the Monte Carlo
Uh-huh.
hotel casino thing in Vegas.
Oh,
He
okay.
was going to fly out the next morning,
Uh-huh.
and I was driving home.
Yeah.
I pulled up and stopped to get his luggage out,
Yeah.
and I got mobbed. I mean,
Like a mugged?
no, mobbed. Like
Oh,
30, 40 people came
Oh, okay.
over and
Mobbed.
wanted pictures standing by the car. Is it
Mhm.
really a Stingray? And
Yeah.
you know, that day will stop soon, I hope, because this kind of is getting old. In traffic, they'll get on my quarter, so I can't change lanes to look at
Yeah.
the car.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm locked in there, and you think, come on already. Or they'll get right next to me, and they're busy looking like this, and they
Yeah.
start coming over.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I don't think it's going to end soon because another problem too is I think that you got the nicest one, you know.
Oh, without question.
Because I saw one on the freeway that was actually it's the second white one that I've seen, but I was driving by the white one and I was just kind of like, you know, it was nice, but it just was the